Excel has more than 250 shortcuts. Learn some of the shortcuts. It'll expedite your process, makes your life easier for the data entry. So I have cherry picked few of them, the top 10 I'll explain in this video. I'll continue sharing with you a lot of other shortcuts in the coming part 2, part 3 and part 4. Make sure you subscribe my channel to get the latest update. A spreadsheet, and if you want to convert to table, what you used to do is to go to insert and insert table. You can do the same thing by pressing the shortcuts Ctrl N and Ctrl T, then ask for if you have title for your spreadsheet. You click yes because I have the title there, click OK. You can see the spreadsheet has been converted into table. Table has multiple features which we'll discuss in the coming videos. Calculate the sum value. We used to type equal to a sum and then select the cells. Instead of that, you can do it with the shortcuts by pressing Alt and equal sign at the same time. So it automatically selects the cells above and the sum formula inserted automatically. This is very useful trick. Let's suppose if you want to select an entire column or rows for those values, then what you need to do is Ctrl Shift, then use the arrow key. A right arrow key will select the row, down arrow key will select the column. This is useful when if you want to copy and paste the values to another sheet. Use this shortcuts to select any row or column. Imagine you are working on a large file where there are multiple entries and thousands of rows and columns are there. If you want to go up immediately, if you want to go into first cell and the last cell, there is a shortcut to do it. If you press Ctrl Home, it will take you to the first cell of the entry. So you can perform this task by in any of the cells. Like if you are in any of the cell, just press Ctrl Home, it will take you to the first cell of that sheet. Similarly, if you want to go to the end of that table or the sheet or the data, what you need to do is Control End. So if you press on Control End, it will take you to the end of the cell where there is a last entry, last cell. So this is very useful if you're working on a large sheet where there are multiple entries, multiple rows and columns. I use this shortcut quite often during my data entry work. Now, last shortcut discussed about how we can move to the first cell or the last cell of an Excel sheet. Let's say if you are in column number F, if you're going to go to the end of that cell, end of that column or end of that row, then what is the shortcut for that? For that, what you need to do is to press Control. After that, use the arrow key. If you press the down arrow key, then it will take you to the end of that column. Similarly, if you press Control and then use the right arrow, it will take you to the end of the row, right? And if you want to come back to the first cell, then use the left arrow key to come back. Similarly, if you are on the bottom of the column, then if you want to go up, then press the Control key and press up arrow. So you can toggle around using these shortcuts. This is very useful when working on a large file. There are multiple entries and multiple details are there. Get familiar once used for some time. Let's say if you have multiple sheets on your workbook, then how you move in different sheets is to click with using a mouse button. Instead of that, you can use a shortcut to move around. The shortcut is press Control and then use page up and down arrow. The first page, if you want to move to second, then use page down arrow to move next. Right, if you are on the second and then if you want to move up, then page up. Using this shortcut, you can move around your page. Last but not the least, this is a quite interesting shortcut. If you want to go duplicate the above cell value, just click on the next cell and then press Ctrl D. If you press Ctrl D, it will copy the above cell. You can use it to copy any time if you want multiple times the same cell, just drag and select the area along with the cell. After that, you press Ctrl D, then it will be automatically copy and paste. You can, instead of copy paste, you can do this as well. The same thing which you can do the Ctrl D function on all any other cells. Just press Ctrl D below the next cell. Now let's have a look at what happens when we do Ctrl D when there's a table. So for that, I'm inserting a table by Ctrl T. Then after that, just going down the bottom of the table by Ctrl End, and then here if I press Ctrl D, let's see what happens. If I press Ctrl D, then the table also continues from there, right? See here. I hope this video is useful. Please do subscribe my YouTube channel and follow on TikTok. Thank you, and wait for the part 2 and part 3 for more update.